Was that the go? Oh God! All right. Hey everyone, welcome to Numbers with the Party. We are playing Paizo Starfinder. This is season 2, episode 24. All dragons, no dungeons. And if our show is called Mostly Harmful, which is a pretty accurate description. If you have no idea what's been going on, sorry, I just knocked everything over. With our past episodes or where you're at, how you can catch up, we are available on YouTube, which you can find at bit.ly/neveryoutube. You can check out our podcast, which is a little behind, but we're working on it at bit.ly/neverpodcast, I think is what we decided on that one. Or you just search Never Split the Party podcast on iTunes, your favorite podcast app, and that's where we live. You can also contact us outside of the show if you want to just chat and see where things have come. We're over on bit.ly/never discord, which we stay pretty active. Nick and I at least basically live in Discord, which is nice. Justin visits, Patrick's allergic, and Chris does what he can. Michael, have I ever seen you in the Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then also we have Twitter at NSTPcast. I keep that active. I'm just a little lazy, but I'm always on the Twitter. Just sometimes I don't post as frequently. All right. We are just coming off of last week's episode, which was a special episode run by Justin. Thank you, Justin, for running it in my absence. And that was a fun little Pac-Man riff. So if you want to check that out, it was using Starfinder. It was using the normal cast and everything, so it was pretty fun. And that is on YouTube. Justin did post that, so that's good to go.
Don't acknowledge it. Let me handle it.
Don't acknowledge what? Let you handle what?
Don't worry about it when we get that far.
Angry Whopper in the room.
Right.
I'm gonna what? Okay. Oh, all right. Sure.
Wow.
I guess I'll skip the character introductions now, and I'll do some updates and announcements and things like that. And
Chris already ruined it.
You said it beforehand. I did before you said it, rather.
Everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Dustin. I go by the Arbitrary Nerd. I'm the GM for this evening and most evenings, except for last week and maybe at the end of March, because I'm going to be in Disney World. That's the one. Someone else need to take over, and I haven't figured out who. If you guys, my lovely cast, wouldn't mind introducing yourselves, go for it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nick, and I'm playing Dren. He's a Maricoy Solarian. He's a pirate captain. He's got a blade on his tail, hence his last name being Tailblade and whatnot. And he's a captain, and a much better captain than Rye. All right, on to the next person. Hello, my name is Nick, and I'll be playing Reich Oren. I am tall, handsome, symmetrical, and a much worse captain than Dren. I'm also an envoy.
And your species?
Lashunta.
That's the one.
Think about that one.
Patrick realized that it is his girlfriend's birthday today. So he had to cancel to do birthday things. Probably get in trouble for it too, for not realizing it was today. And Nick has graciously volunteered to take over the portrayal of Rye for this evening, since we can't afford to be a character down for the dragon fight.
They were really pulling my teeth out to get me to do it. I totally didn't volunteer to do it at all.
You didn't volunteer immediately.
So when Rye dies this episode, I'm not surprised, and I'm also not mad. All right, Michael, you want to take it away?
All right. And as he said, I am Michael, and I'm playing Zero, the android operative, the ship's pilot, and source of income as of 2 episodes ago.
Not bad.
With his body. He's selling his body.
It's true.
Well, I did throw somebody under the bus.
I mean, you did use your body to get us money, so I guess that technically makes sense.
It's true.
Who is he, Robert Kraft? Oh, wait. Other way around. Darn. I don't know sports ball.
I am Chris, and I play Sheerket, the Belita Solarian.
And I am Justin. I play Seeker, the android technomancer and artist of
Mixed media.
Some types of stuff. Yeah.
Been a while since you done any art, though, I have to say.
Well, no, I did quite a lot of art in that last fight with the Power Force.
Touche. All right, fine. I guess that was a secret special. I'll allow it.
And Chris has died, as he likes to do once a episode.
Sorry.
This is almost twice an episode. Let's see. Where do I have for updates? I kind of got distracted when you guys were giggling about you playing Patrick. The last episode before the Pac-Man episode, the last, I guess, regular episode, the party was trying to find a way to deal with the fact that they're fighting a dragon for their second ceremonial combat arena fight, which is the second of 3 fights to get them their first token, which will help them get out of the Industrial Dome slash the Most Dangerous Game Show Dome. Back to this episode, we'll start fast forwarding a little bit. I wanted to give one announcement. I'm gonna see if I can find it on Kickstarter so I can share the link. But Retroverse, the cyberpunk 90s theme 5e conversion is back on Kickstarter. They rebranded. They took a year to kind of go back at it. Let me see. Lasers and Liches website. Also, that's where Lasers and Liches comes from. The
game that Rye streams.
Yes, thank you, Substitute Rye, for getting my back on that one.
Oh, sorry, the game that I stream.
Yeah, all right. So they're calling it Lasers and Liches new 5e source book. They are well ahead of their goal. They're over. Oh God, they're a lot percent over. Their goal was 12,000. They're at 56,000, and there's 15 days left to go. So if you guys want to get a part of this, I am pasting it into our chat, and that is the Lasers and Liches / Retroverse conversion kit for 5e. We'll probably do some stuff with that in maybe a special episode down the line. Nothing right now, but I do like Lewis's art. Lewis's art. I don't know why I said his name silly. And I chat with both the creator and the artist on Twitter quite a lot. They're very active. It's a good time.
Say, are we getting anything for shilling this or what?
Nope, I just enjoy them. You inhuman bastard.
I do want to mention, if you're listening or watching to this on YouTube, you cannot click the link on the screen, but it will be down below. So Justin, have fun remembering to do that.
That'll happen.
Put it in the description.
No, you see, he's going to cut this, and then he doesn't got to worry about it.
See, if you do click it, you'll pause the video, and then you can type in https://
Don't do it all. Don't do it.
Please stop. Please stop.
Okay, I'm done.
Please stop. just Google Lasers and Liches on you bastards. All right, that's it. That's my show. I didn't have anything else. I just wanted to make sure I pitched that because I like their work, and I didn't remember to talk about it last week because I wasn't here. And I didn't remember to tell Justin about it. All right. Did you guys have anything you wanted to add to the recap? Oh, you guys were actually working with a shady arms dealer. You had Dren had managed to convince them to sabotage the weapon the dragon was planning on using, because in Starfinder, the dragons also use big giant laser guns. And then I don't remember exactly what had initiated it because I don't keep notes like that. But you guys had managed to find a way to get some funded.
I remember what Nick did. Nick made a deal to force somebody out of Water's Edge, and he did it in like some type of blood pact or something like that.
Yep.
I think he got a specific bonus for being a little murdery about it. Was that right?
No, he just didn't want him to be in Water's Edge or to go anywhere else ever again.
Yeah, that's murdery. Just a heads up. But okay. I know you were working on a workaround, so good luck with that because you did sign off your soul, which is kind of off, but that's what you did. And then you guys had returned his. Someone had the gall to steal his living whip weapon the night before, and then you returned it to him for a financial gain, and you've been shopping.
It's almost as if that person had zero morals.
That's not true. I made sure to steal from bad people.
Yeah, all right. Well, Zero, speaking of, when you went shopping into this big Boondock Saints style tent o' weapons, what did you purchase?
I ended up buying an advanced semi-auto pistol.
Okay. All right. And you use the one pistol at a time, right? You're not a dual wielding fool?
So basically what I do is I keep a knife in my offhand.
Okay. All right, so you got like the tactical thing going. All right, I like it. And I think the rest of the money, because Rye is not present, and my other two characters are Solarians.
He's right here.
Care about material goods. Thank you, Nicholas. Seeker, what did you get with the rest of the funds?
I bought a laser rifle Corona, so I have a decent weapon.
All right, so Seeker finally packing a little bit more heat. For the record, my party for weapons, other than Zero, have been kind of stuck with lower level stuff. I know Miller, when he was a part of the main crew, did.
I've always, up until now, only had level 1 weapons.
Oh, you've been keeping with level ones too? Yeah. So basically, they're level. Are you guys 7 or 8 now?
7.
Okay, my level 7 characters have mostly been rolling with level 1 weapons. Not my fault. I pay them relatively well, but
Not
they
enough.
use their money for other things. I think
Well,
half
we
of
all
them have
went-
body mods.
Well, that
Yeah.
only went with defensive upgrades first.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
Brawl didn't need weapons, so he just bought armor the entire time.
Exactly. So it's been a weird style. You guys have been really cheaping it out. In any other playing Pathfinder, you guys be rocking +1 and 2 weapons at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, y'all level 1 guns are fine. That's fine.
But
My
at
damage
least
is all augmented by my trick attacks that I
True.
basically get to do for free now.
Sheerket and Dren do have level 7 weapons technically because it's the Solarian weapons, right?
Yeah, I gave you guys a starting budget at your character level, which probably was a bad idea, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. All right. Do I have anything else for that? Anything you guys want to cover, or are we good to go?
I think we're good.
I'm good.
All right. You guys step out of the tent from the weapons dealer, whose name I don't have in front of me, but that's okay.
Oh.
That's a name Nick should remember too, considering he's beholden to the dude.
The Keeper of Names has it.
Didn't write that one down.
Garibaldi?
Oh, I have it. It's Desmond. Desmond, the Hobgoblin weapons dealer.
Writing it down now.
Yeah,
I was looking at Pat's notes, not mine.
Yeah, you.
So you were looking at the same thing as your notes then?
for tonight. Thanks, Cosmic Crit in the chat. We got as offers weapons McGunface and Swordy Blade Fist. No, I went with straight up Desmond. Slightly better than Fred the Beastmaster, but
we didn't know his last name though. It could be anything.
Yeah, well, no, it's probably
Unless
just the
it's
Beastmaster in my book. Just saying. All right. You mean Desmond? Yeah, I guess it could be Desmond. Anything. Mr. Laser Mercantile Man. I like it. Doctor. I took away his doctor on that one. Alrighty, you guys exit out of the tent. Desmond is staying back to count his ill-gotten gains, ? And maybe doctor up that weapon a little bit to make sure that it's a little bit less noticeable. And as you guys exit, Esmeralda, the elder for this little collective, has come to you, and she's in. Following her is Ferenci, the creepy boy who refuses to blink and is crazy pale. And Esmeralda approaches, small, shriveled, and she says, "There's been some complications, and your second fight has moved up. I hope you're all ready."
I kind of gesture to the party in front of Esmeralda. Go, look out! That's the creepy kid.
At this point, are you still actually really hurt?
I am injured, or not injured, but I am not 100% of my health. If that is the
Wait, we didn't heal at all.
You help some, but you don't heal all your damage when you go to sleep. This isn't like
I thought we
only your character level.
Yeah, I know, but I thought we were getting more time. I guess we didn't. So, what you just
you could have gotten more time.
We played Pac-Man.
I never guaranteed it.
That's true.
So yeah, no, whatever damage you guys had from the last fight and didn't heal when you slept overnight, we'll come back to haunt you possibly in this CR11 encounter I've got going. That's fine.
I know you just said it, but how much do you heal? Is it just your level?
Your character level.
I'm feeling okay. As something tells me I'm gonna have a great meat shield this encounter.
Oh god. I think didn't your meat shield take some damage too? He probably healed up.
I'm actually at full.
All right, I don't care about your HPs. Esmeralda to Dren says, "Yes, my grandson."
Awkward.
I know what I said.
Now, are you ready to go? I'll take you to the crawling chaos as soon as you're prepared.
Rye goes, well, team, I think we have to go fight this dragon.
I mean, how hard can a Dagron be? Exactly.
Oh, about how much AC? No.
I mean, let's be honest, Rye's
Actually, I
not
would
stupid
know.
enough to actually let her know that we.
Your dwarven ward, Terry the dwarf, he kind of leans in to Shirkat, and says, "You know they're saying dragon, right? Like they've said it a lot of times, the correct way."
I said that, Dagron.
Yep.
Rye goes, leans over to Terry, goes, no. Don't make it angry.
All right. If any of you happen to expire, can I have your stuff?
I don't see why not.
Yes.
We can have trends.
I have a pretty long shelf life, and I will not be expiring anytime soon.
You know what? That's okay, because I don't really think you have much. He's looking you over with a little bit of judgmental eyes, maybe.
I've got a ship, but I don't think you can have that.
Well, yeah.
Your first mate has a chip.
I more meant like your weapons,
I'll get it back.
Clothing, and the boot that some of you still have. Oh, you guys got replacement boots, right? Boots and stuff. Stuff I can use. While
Boots and pants, and more boots and more pants.
Yes, thank you. All right. Do you guys have anything you need to do before you enter the crawling chaos?
Oh no.
Perhaps rest up a little bit.
Nope. There's no time for rest. Yeah, you can pop a healing serum on the way, but Esmeralda has said the deadline has moved up for some reason.
I do have 5 healing serums if you do need one.
Oh, I'll take one of them just to make sure that I don't go down in one hit.
Here you go.
Did we stab you with a bunch of them?
I mean, I still have all my stamina, so I should be okay. But I was stabbed with 2 of them. It didn't bring me up quite that much. I was at like half health.
I feel like you should take 2 before we fight this thing.
2 would probably be better, but I wasn't going to push my luck.
Don't get hit.
Oh, I gave you 1, so.
Who do you think I'm playing? Brawl?
Rye has some. You can miraculously get one from him.
Oh, what does Rye have?
I don't think he puts consumables into his character sheet, so good luck.
Let's see. He has his pistol, a knife, frag grenade, of course, incendiary grenade, his armor. He has a vocal modulator, which we've seen him use like once, and personal comm unit, and a starstone compass. Oh wait, no, he's got a med patch and a serum. I'm gonna use one of those serums. Oh, why, Ren? You appear to be a bit hurt. Perhaps this will help. Thanks, I guess.
So, for the record, when I eventually killed Dren in a violent, bloody manner because Zero doesn't like you, you have to play a character that has 2 personalities that are always present, or maybe just a 2-headed character, which we'll do next time.
I can tie it in with the concept that we'll go over in the after party that we were workshopping on Discord.
Yeah, after party at 10:30. We'll chat up Nick's tertiary backup character for Starfinder, because we're already that far ahead because we expect someone to die tonight. I also chat suggests Black Rabbit says I could be the voice in your head. I appreciate that as well. just a voice that pings in on someone when they were trying to play. I appreciate that. All right. So you pop those serums. You got to roll some dice there, friend.
I did not roll well. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
And do they have any bonuses to them, or are they static?
They're generally, I thought they were always +1 or something.
Nope, that's Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder does have a static bonus of +1.
I'm just really resistant to healing. I'm very strong that way. I'm so strong.
Resistant to
Well,
the
to be honest,
opposite.
it's probably more that these are the same serums that we never used from the first episode of season 1.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, they're a
only
little
are
expired. They've got like cracks in them. They're not actually sterile anymore, so you might get sick too, just cause.
Get the
Yeah, that's
spades.
fair.
I'm pretty sure I've never had to use any, so I still have mine from them.
All right. Esmeralda kind of hobbles over from where you guys were, which you were at the weapons dealer tent, which is kind of off in the side of the compound. And she drags you over to the big circus tent in the middle. You're met with that familiar black void of an entrance, which you know when you walk through will take you somewhere other than the inside of the tent. As to why it functions this way, how, kind of outside of your means right now. Do you have any last comments for Esmeralda or Ferenci or your Dwarven companion, whose name I keep forgetting is
Terry.
Terry. You guys have any comments for them before you enter the area?
Nope, Sheerkat enters.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
No. And no.
That's fine. That works for me.
As Seeker walks in, he goes, "Power Force!" and does some sort of crazy gesture.
You will notice there is a camera following you guys now that you're entering towards the crawling chaos. It's one of those floating eye drones. And as you kind of walk through, it will be the last thing to enter. It's basically trying to get some really artistic shots of you guys walking to your perceived doom. And as you enter in, if you guys want, or J-Man, if you can switch us over to roll 20, you can see, or rather, can you guys still see Sheerkat's extra token there? I'll figure that out. The tent and the compound behind you fades instantly as soon as you're encompassed by the blackness. And what you walk into is a brand new landscape like no other. The immediate air pressure gets lighter, the air thinner, and winds howl all around you. A gale of snow, sleet, hail, yeah, all those things swirls around you, not obscuring your sight and not to the point where it's making movement difficult, but it chills you to your bone. You are hard to tell from your exact vantage point, but high up on cliff face where there is a ledge built out. I think someone was already measuring the ledge earlier. How big is this ledge, guys?
Big.
About 100 and probably 50 or probably like 130, 140.
About 140 feet. There's a ledge into this giant cliff face. About 60 feet of this ledge exceed the edge. On both sides, they drop away to nothingness. You guys aren't really close enough to see this, but for some description to have. Otherwise, around you are cavernous mountain walls that are encrusted in ice and reach up 100 feet above all of your heads. In a straight shot down this path, there are stairs leading up to the very edge of the precipice. And up these stairs, which also almost make a sort of altar or throne, rests a huge blue-scaled dragon. Maybe Dren is probably the most giddy to see that this dragon. Let's see if I can pull up the character art a little bit more for me. No, apparently not. Let's see. The token that we're using comes from the Paizo Alien Archive book where they brought in dragons. The dragon has spikes ridged around its head, down its neck, and along its long tail. Its leathery wings are currently folded down over itself, and on its shoulder is a massive mounted cannon, which Dren will recognize. It's attached by a relatively small looking metal breastplate the dragon wears, which is just there as a spot to attach the weapon. The dragon's red glowing eyes watches as you enter, and it very clearly is expecting you. Do you guys have questions about your surroundings before we go into the next bit?
Are those pillars in front of us,
They-
are those all just stone?
No, so leading up to this, these stairs, there is a series of pillars. Let's see, there's 6 of them on either side, most of them in a direct line of sight, and they lead next to the stairs that lead up to this dragon. The pillars themselves raise up about 12 feet. They all look to be stone, but are heavily encrusted with ice and chipped. They do not look particularly sturdy, but you could definitely get cover from them if you were in need.
Could we tell from here if ice is like just all around, or if it's like blown in a direction on the pillar?
All around.
Okay.
Yeah, the ice is fully encrusted most of this area. I'm not making the terrain difficult, so the ground is mostly packed snow and then just cold, hard, mountainous earth. But there's a lot of ice formations around. There is a small area off to your character's left at the edge of the precipice where there does appear to be ice has actually pulled out from an edge there. That would be quite slippery for you guys, but all the rest of this ground is not actually ice, but everything does look very cold, and it's been here for a very long time.
The pillars you said were about 12 feet tall. How high is the platform that the dragon's on?
I'd say only about 6 feet, but the dragon itself is a huge creature, meaning that it takes up a 9x9 grid and stands quite tall. Again, to the point where the vantage point is, you'd still get cover from the dragon if you were behind the pillar.
Now that we can see the dragon and see that it's a blue dragon, etc., is there any more information I might know from, I think, my 30 check when I was checking out what dragons are all about?
Was it a 30?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and I think it was a 30.
And the check is supposed to be 20 plus the creature's level?
Mm-hmm.
Then probably not much. Because the CR for this...
I got quite a bit of information last time.
Yeah. With the fact that it's a blue dragon, that its primary element is electricity. That's true to all blue dragons, regardless of their age. Everything else, I think, probably comes from how old the dragon is, and I don't have like the Paizo stats for below the young adult blue dragon to know exactly what differs when they have it. So I'm going to say, that its primary is electricity, but with your roll for this particular encounter, you don't get more than that.
And chromatic dragons are inherently evil, all right?
Let me read that. You did have that general note. Let's see.
I think it's chromatic is evil, and then metallic is good.
Yeah,
chromatic dragons are usually evil. Metallic are usually good.
Yeah.
The staircase up in the northeast, is that an actual staircase? Is it difficult to climb?
Let's see.
Is that even on the map, or is that just an error?
Northeast. You're looking north and east. Is that a staircase?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can get up to the ledge, but is that a staircase? I can't tell on this map.
It looks like it's a staircase, or intended to be climbable at the very least.
Oh, okay, yeah, there is a staircase below. Yeah, I'll say that's not difficult terrain. You can get up it, no problem, and it does get you up to the ledge above. Also, if you look in the southwest corner, there is a ladder that actually goes. Again, you guys can't really see from here. I won't go too much into it, but there is some other ways to traverse this area. The mountainous walls, I guess, probably aren't completely 100 feet above you guys, are they? Let's see. How many feet does that stairs traverse? We'll try and do it from there. Looks like it's about. Yeah, it still looks really high though. I'll say the stairs probably take a little bit longer to climb than it would be for just the spaces you're moving, because there should be more of them for the hundreds of feet. We'll kind of rough it out if that's the path you guys choose. But yes, there is a way to get up on that ledge of this, like I don't know what you'd even call this. Plateau, or not really a plateau though.
Peninsula of sorts?
Like a valley, I guess. This weird valley carved into the mountain. But there is a way to get in. There's a couple of layers to this battlefield.
Outcrop, maybe?
I like outcrop. Let's go with outcrop. All right. Where are you guys' thoughts right now? The dragon has not said anything at your approach.
So Dren immediately says, "Now, Desmond, he rigged that cannon that dragon's got on its shoulder. Still don't recommend being in the way of it, but perhaps it might do damage to itself."
How'd you do
It says with the camera right over our shoulders.
Yes, exactly. The camera
Yeah,
does
right.
zoom in, and one of the iBots goes like this, looking at you guys, looks quickly back at the dragon, looks quickly back at the guys, and it's like, oh shoot. The dragon is very far away. It cannot hear you.
Nope. That's why I said it right there.
Yeah, the
I wasn't
dragon
gonna yell it.
is a full 110 feet away from you guys.
Also,
you
you
have a
just-
lot of distance to cover for this.
You just like put
You just-
him.
Yep.
Yep.
Right under the bus.
Yep. you just
Yeah,
threw him under the
Desmond
bus.
is.
I told him I would shout him out. I didn't say how.
So Dren doesn't need to worry
Camera,
about that
Desmond
contract.
is a weapon dealer.
Cut the commercial. Desmond's.
Sheerkat looks out as very, very wide-eyed, and you can actually start to see it shake a little. She says, that is a Dagron? You never said it would be so large, Reich Oren.
And
No.
beautiful. It's gorgeous to look at.
Now, I've only had to deal with dragons in plays before. I've never seen an actual dragon.
All right, do we roll for initiative?
Let's do it. Roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
9.
Look at the.
All right. Starting this one off. Very, very nice.
All right. And
Who's
let's
opening
give our
doors?
dragon a roll. Dragon is going to use my favorite die for killing
Chris.
people, which is going to be the Grog special die from the critical role dice set I got. And it's a God damn it. Okay, well, rolled a 7 with just initiative bonus.
Rye got a 13.
Plus 4. You tied to the dragon.
All
Or
right.
rather, Rye tied to the dragon.
Seeker got 12.
Dren got a 2.
Dren got a 4.
Zero got a 28.
0 got a 28. Seeker, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
12.
12 for Seeker. And Shirkat?
Sorry, 9.
Okay.
We all did spectacular.
And then we got a 4 for Dren. All right. Well, that's cool. At least the dragon doesn't feel left out with its 13. So we've got 0 up first. What's Rye's initiative bonus on the sheet?
Total of 6.
Okay. Rye goes first. Then it's the dragon. Then it is Seeker. Followed by Sheerkat. Followed by Dren, the fearless pirate captain. Nick, you got to play double duty here, so just be mindful, all right?
Yep. I'm on top of it.
So you guys can initiate combat now, and I'll have you guys kind of make your decisions based on the combat order for now. You guys aren't, the dragon has not attacked yet, obviously. But 0, you're up first in terms of decision because you have the most initiative.
So seeing that obviously it's a dragon, my first thought is I need to get in cover. So Zero is just going to make a mad dash for the pillar to the west.
Okay. And our sneaky operative is quite fast. Kind of out of the blue, just like everyone's like, oh, looking around, runs to the pillar and like does the skid to it till he gets to it. So it's got his back to it and ready to go. All right. You doing anything else other than taking some precautionary cover?
For the most part, I don't actually have a good line of sight on the dragon, so I'd assume I'd just ready an attack in case it somehow comes in range.
Okay, sounds good. Then you get your attack ready for when it gets in range. Reich Oren of Rice Oven LLC.
Question regarding the wind up here. Is it, you said it's howling, but like,
Yep.
How easy is it to like hear each other just like speaking normally?
It probably requires you, if you are not like near each other like you are right now, there is a distance, it probably takes a bit of shouting to be heard over the howling of the wind. Also, in terms of like the direction of the wind, You don't feel much of it in this cavern. You're mostly just hearing it whistling overhead and through different, cracks in the area. However, when you get onto the precipice where the dragon is, it would potentially impact things like thrown weapons, Reichhorn. Just saying. Same goes if you were to get on top of this cavern, it would be the same effect.
All right. So Rai is going to. He knows Zero's usually he's really good at combat, at least not drawing attention. So Rai is going to go. Oh, I can't control Rai's token.
Oh, curses.
I
Hold.
imagine he's running up to that one.
Yep.
We're going to do some deets. We're going to add this to Dren. We're going to save changes. There you go.
Yep.
Token away.
So Rai is going to run, or I'd say walk. He's going to power walk over to the pillar that is to Zero's left and go, nobody shoot or do anything to the dragon.
You say dragon again?
Dragon.
I don't know why, but this tickles me.
I like his impersonation of Patrick.
Me too.
I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
It is the dragon's turn after Rai gives his inspiring words, and the dragon's still resting. One large claw over one large claw or paw or whatever you call it, dragon's arms or hands or whatever. And it kind of looks out and it says, "So, are any of you planning on playing this evening, or should I take a nap?"
Ooh, a nap sounds great.
I'm sorry. Speak up. I can't hear you over the ring.
A nap sounds great.
Come on down, then. We can keep each other warm.
I'm fine here, thanks.
And I'm cold-blooded.
He sounds like a great pirate.
The dragon steps up onto all of its fours, stretches out its wings, spanning, well, God, I don't have the full span, but spanning even beyond its own spaces. It cracks its neck, it twists around, and it looks back down the row of pillars. It snarls a little bit.
Wait, how was that again?
Right. I'm ready if you are, then. Gotta make this look good for the cameras. Right.
Oh God.
Since Patrick's not here, Zero will speak up for Rai. So we will allow you to surrender.
Oh, I appreciate the humor, you subspecies garbage, but I've got a job to do, and I do it well.
So Rai, he kind of has his back to the pillar right now. He turns around to look down at the dragon and goes, "I'd rather not fight you. We can settle this like gentlemen."
Well, how about this then, Lashunta? Come prostrate yourself before my altar, and we'll give it a think.
I don't think you used the right word.
I'd rather not.
You want to say that for me then, Justin? You're religious. You do that thing. I don't know.
Prostrate.
What did I say?
Prostate.
Yeah.
Just take a little.
No, he did not turn into Bernie Sanders. I could make him Bernie Sanders if I wanted to.
Not that any of us really thinks it, but I'll sense motive just to see.
Yeah, go for it. Go for sense motive.
26.
I feel like that's a thing that Rai would do.
Yeah,
so.
I'll allow for both of you. I'll give him a bit of a buff splint on that one.
21.
Yeah, he can beat neither of you guys. In terms of the coming into prostate or oh God, I can't even figure out. Prostrate. Okay, that's the ticket. Whatever word you decide to use for this encounter, pretty sure there's no thinking to be done. You'll be sacrificing yourself to this dragon's altar if you do The dragon does not have your best interest in mind, and you're getting a lot of
Hostility.
vicious intent from the way the dragon angles itself as it speaks, and kind of the intonations of its voice. Maybe not super familiar with dragons, but you get evil when you see evil. This is not your friend.
So Rye kind of looks at Zero and goes, Zero, do you got a plan? How are we gonna fight this thing?
I think our Solarians are gonna explode.
But how are they gonna get up there?
Well, one of them's gonna go underground, assuming you can go under whatever this bedrock is. And then the other one, well, who cares how Dren gets up there?
The dragon digs some claws into its altar, and like kind of rubs its long neck up against its cannon and says, "Come a little closer. I'd like to introduce you to my friend." And that's going to end its turn. Seeker, you're up.
All right. Seeker's also going to, let's see, how far is that? Can I even make it?
I think it's 35.
35? Like 1 away. Yeah, dude, I should have probably measured this out earlier. Well, it wasn't my turn.
Probably should have. Just incredibly edible egg.
Is everyone real
30.
quiet, or is it just my headset?
It's 30 there going straight, but let's
Everybody
see.
seems fine to me.
Okay.
No, it's not going to be 30 if I move just in right angles, so...
Where are you going?
Okay, yeah, I'm also moving up towards the pillar. I gotta use 2 move actions to get there, though.
Okay.
So
I don't think taking cover is a bad idea, so you're doing fine. And all right, so that's both your actions. Do you say anything, Seeker? Not required. Just wondering.
No, I'm just kind of in awe of the horrific beauty of this dragon.
It is quite shapely. It is, as Ryo put it,
Shapely
very
dragon.
symmetrical. And if Steve Saviathan put it in a bikini, he would probably be interested. I'm just saying. Side jokes. That's why you go join Discord and Hangouts, people. Alrighty then. We've got up next, Sheerkat.
All right, so Sheerkat is still wide-eyed. Dark dagons are terrifying as it's just kind of frozen in place. Goes to take a step back and immediately burrows underground.
Actually, speaking of that, how far away are you guys from this thing?
About 125 feet, I believe it said.
All right, I need you guys all to make a check. I think it's a will save against its frightful presence.
Nice.
Plus 6. So total of 19.
That's actually good. You do beat the check with a 19. I'm trying to find the Starfinder frightful presence rules.
I'm rolling for Rye first. He got a total of 16.
16 does not make it.
Seeker guy, 17.
Now for
17 does
Dren.
not make it.
I got 14.
14 does not make it.
Dren rolled a brawl.
Does
Doesn't
not
make
make it. All right. So now that it's flexed its muscles a little bit and it's got ready to engage in the fight, the creature's presence unsettles its foes. It can activate this ability as part of the action of making an attack or as a move action, but it can activate it only once per round. You don't need that nonsense. It usually has
Would you be able to use it as a...
It says
Thing
as
like
part of a
this,
move action.
Well, I said it was during its setup. I forgot that it had the ability. So, retcon, eat my junk. The duration is 5d6 rounds. I'll have to double check what it says. Once an opponent is exposed to creature's presence, it cannot be affected. What does it actually do? Okay, cool. It it doesn't say. It just says it unsettles you, which is not useful.
That's not a
Guys,
status, is it?
I'm
Unsettled?
feeling
Alien
like
Archive 2, Dustin?
Was
I'm
that?
feeling like 2 times unsettled right now.
You said it's Alien Archive 2?
Is it an Alien Archive 2? I thought it was Alien Archive 1.
Oh, or I thought that's what you said at the beginning. Do you want me to look it up and take a look?
Yeah, do a quick check. I can't see.
What is it called?
It's called Frightful Presence.
And well, the name of the dragon.
It is a young adult or blue dragon young adult.
Okay.
It's this is an emotion, fear. Oh, okay, maybe it's giving you fear. Let me double check on that. I think that's what it is.
Frightened.
It is mind affecting, sense dependent, fear. And no, this doesn't really seem like it matches either, because that's a spell effect, which I don't know if it does.
They're shaken.
We'll come back to it. It'll activate it next time, because I don't have the rules for that. Chris, if you can keep looking that up, we'll go from there.
All
We'll
right.
have it at the beginning of the next round. It'll trigger it. We'll keep your saves though. No backing out of that.
Yeah. So keeping in terms with that fearful presence, Shirket immediately dives underground in fear.
Did it say we're frightened?
It just says frightful presence, and then it says this is an emotion, fear, mind affecting, and sense dependent effect. If it is frightened, that's easy. There's. I'm sorry, I missed it. You're shaken.
Shaken. All right. I think that's -2.
Yeah, shaken's actually not anywhere near as bad as what the fear. It's just this online resource is not my favorite, and it's just got hyperlinks to everything. Will save or be shaken. And shaken, I can pull up. It is
-2 penalty to attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
So basically -2 to every roll you do.
All right,
you
and
are
then
shaken,
for the rounds, it was supposed to be what? 5d6 rounds. Is that what it was?
That what it says?
It was a lot.
That's a lot.
5d6 rounds. Okay,
I mean, what's this thing, CR?
a lot.
Yeah,
Roll
Yeah.
5d6. Y'all be shaken for 18 rounds. Everyone except who didn't get shaken? Was that Sheerkat?
Yep.
The one that's actually scared does not get shaken. Just stirred.
It's all a ploy.
Immediately after diving underground, Sheerkat starts moving. And pops a serum of enhancement, a commando, while underground.
When you're moving underground, do kind of like the cartoon bumps appear at all, or is it just flat?
It actually specifically says that that it actually fills in itself as you.
No, but on the ground level, does it go up like that at all?
No.
As you're okay.
What I do for in-game purposes, I have a Sheerkat icon marked there in light blue with a red dot. That is Sheerkat's last known location for NPCs.
And I gave, if you look on mine, I gave a little symbol there. I don't know what the symbol is, but I'm using that as borrowed.
The joys of Roll20, folks. All right, so Sheerkat burrows. Dren, you're up.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot one very crucial detail. The moat that usually surrounds her and is usually brighten up because it would usually be photon, is actually black.
We're going some graviton attunement. I like it. Dren is up next. What color you start glowing there, bro?
So I'm going to be attuning to photon.
Okay.
Yep. So my crystal, which I don't know if I ever pointed out this detail.
Probably not.
Probably not. Dren actually has a bracer on the end of his tail, which houses his Solarian crystal and whatnot. That starts glowing red because he harnesses red energy for a Solarian weapon. And he runs up to what would be the third row of pillars. And that's going to be the entirety of his move. So the pillar row past Seeker and Zero, and then one more past Rye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
Sounds good.
I'm trying to be descriptive for the audio people.
Yeah, no, it's good. The pillars basically come in 5 tiers. There's a couple in the extra back that kind of wing out. That's where you got your androids, basically. Your androids are hiding behind the wings, but then the pillars get into a line-up pattern and 5 in a row. Rise at basically the first row, and we have Dren at the second row of these pillars on the opposite side. They got some decent positioning going. They don't apparently want to be clustered for this dragon fight for some reason. As you pass, though, let Let me take a quick look. Did you get close enough? Oh yeah, you totally did. You actually passed within range of its cannon attack, which it had been charging up as a ready to action when it did its posturing and invited you to meet its friend. So as you approach and you're kind of moving towards the pillar, but before you get there, the energy begins to emit out from this cannon. It begins to glow. You hear a small whine, and it appears as if Dren is about to get nuked by a giant Kamehameha-looking blast. And at the very last second, the whine turns into a sickening thud, and then a boom, boom. As instead of erupting outward with a concentrated beam of energy, it instead erupts into a fireball explosion centered around the dragon's shoulder, burning and charring up the dragon's neck and side of its face, singeing part of its right wing and leaving this weapon a broken, shattered mass of metal, steel, and the breastplate kind of dripping off as it has erupted completely. It takes some damage from this explosion. Chris, what die? What frag grade are you guys using for your level? I don't remember what level grenades you're at level 7.
Well, let me take a quick look and see what a level 7 grenade is.
I don't think there's. I can just put it up. That's fine. I thought you just knew grenades because you're always harassed for the.
So would it be just a regular frag grenade?
Yeah, they're frag grenades is what he built into there. He didn't need anything more than that. And
so you have level 4 frag grenades and then level 8 frag grenades.
We'll do level 8.
All right, it would be 4d6.
All right, he had shoved 2 frag grenades in there, so the dragon is now going to take 8d6 points of damage, which I'll roll on roll 20 slash roll. How many did you say?
8d6.
8d6.
What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
For folks who can't see the roll, the d6
Nice.
is a 4, a 2, a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 5. That is appallingly low. The dragon takes 16 points of explosive damage up along its face, which it doesn't enjoy, but it is much less than I was hoping your bonus was going to be. Because that is what your prep from last week did. You took away its weapon.
So you sold your soul for 16 points of damage.
Yeah, well, it not having this cannon weapon is pretty clutch for you guys because this cannon allows it to engage at all ranges in this little area. Now it's stuck to a breath weapon of some distance I'm not telling you, and its claws, which is a pretty significant change for the CR value of this creature. So I don't think it's a bad change, but that was a lot of damage to basically quit out on it. That's a bummer.
I sold my soul for that.
Yeah, you did. It's fine.
Yeah.
And just a quick shout out to chat. Hi, Alan. Thank you for watching. Sorry our audio's behind and you're catching up here, but YouTube. And we're working on audio. I'm going to put out an episode on Thursday, so we'll have something. And hopefully Justin and I can do a couple more than one a week going forward. All right. So for this, the dragon detonated, and as it looks up at you guys, its glowing red eyes filled with a very particular type of hate. And it says, I'm going to remember this. Where I might have shown you quarter and maybe a degree of mercy, I'm now going to use your bones to pick my teeth.
This is the Irish accent.
Yeah.
You don't have
Palestinians here.
Oh, I don't know what you're thinking about, eh? Blowing up my laser cannon.
I will gut every one of you as the GM, not even the dragon. So watch. Dren, was that a double move to get up there?
Yeah.
All right, then. We are back to the top of the order with 0.
All right. Need to measure out how far away this thing is.
J-Man, you want to put that camera down a little bit so the dragon's in view?
It's kind of hard to get everybody.
Yeah, don't get everybody. Screw Surecat. Surecat's hiding.
Okay.
Surecat will get there eventually, maybe.
All right, and 0. What is my secretive android operative doing?
So
Justin,
I'm
this
going
isn't the new
to
overlay window. This is the old overlay window. You bastard.
What?
So I'm going to activate my optical camouflage and stealthily move up to here.
Okay, and does the camouflage make you invisible, or is it an increase to your stealth check?
It's an increase to my stealth check.
All right, give me a roll for a stealth check. And
42.
What was that?
42.
42? Well, it's perception's plus 20. So I'm going to roll this in the chat, the roll 20 again, because I don't want to be fudging this encounter.
Do you want me to roll it physically?
Beat 42.
You can't beat it. Even with a nat 20, you lose.
I just want to see how close I get. I rolled a 6. So this dragon, not perceptive at all. My rolls are not doing great.
We all are having really bad rolls.
Yep, that's great. We're crushing
I'm
it.
happy it's not just me.
Yeah, you get up there unnoticed. It does not see you approach.
That is
For
both
some
my actions to increase my actual stealth check.
Okay. That's totally fine by me. You're now on the 3rd tier of pillar. You're getting much closer to the dragon now. So that was both your actions and 0?
Yeah. So with my optical camouflage, the way adding the actual bonus to my stealth check involves me to stay still. So
Okay.
instead of a move action, I get the bonus stealth.
Okay, sounds good. We've got Raishorin, the leader of this band of misfits. What are you doing?
Well, let's see.
Nick, who has years of experience playing Starfinder Envoy, will totally know what's going on tonight. This is his thing. He only does this.
I mean, I did play an Envoy once before.
Yeah, for my campaign.
It was the best Envoy that we've had on the show so far.
I mean, Gaz was pretty amazing.
It's true.
Shout outs to our skitter shot.
Which you can watch on YouTube and will not be released in the audio version.
Yeah, Skitter Shot is probably one of those.
Wink, Alan.
We'll make it to the audio. We gotta get the regular episodes done before we even consider doing our side episodes.
Yeah.
Right. So Rye, as the rewind a little bit, as the explosion of the laser cannon happened, even though he knew it was coming because Dren mentioned it, goes, "Oh God!"
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Or whatever god he would say to.
And he kind of he ducks to what would be if he had his back to the pillar, so he ducks to his left the same way Zero just past him, and he heads up to the next tier of pillar matching Dren, but on the opposite side. And then he is going to let's see what's he got for fun stuffs. Does not in the face. I'm gonna look that up right now. Is that only to Rye or is that to anybody?
No,
That's to Rye.
Against
Rye.
you.
Okay, then he's gonna be like, Zero, forget what I said. Shoot the dragon. I don't want to get killed.
Are you using one of his improvisations? Or...
Yeah, that's get him.
That
So
works for everybody.
yeah, it was more so flavorfully directed at Zero, but it does work for everybody.
Yeah, basically rising one of those stage whispers where it's really loud despite the wind, and everyone hears him instructs to open fire on the dragon. Get him activated. That sounds good to me, which puts it up to the dragon's turn. The dragon, who is hella mad and hears this envoy just screeching, pulls back, sucks air and ice and hail and snow into its mouth, and hucks the most disgusting electrified loogie you've ever seen directly at the pillar that Rye is hiding behind. Let's see, do I have any deets on this? So it uses a breath weapon 80 feet in a line. I shouldn't have told you the distance because I was going to keep that secret. That's okay. And I don't think anyone's in the line up there. But as it launches out, oh, nope, that's the wrong tool. Let's try this one. Out of its mouth. You know what? That actually crosses your square, Zero, totally by accident. Go ahead and make me a reflex save, which you'll probably save and get no damage. But
How does cover work against something like that?
in this instance,
we're in full cover.
I don't know how that would work for. So the mechanics finder are a little bit weird, but it can actually see two of your. So the way cover works is it can see two of your, like it has line of sight to two of your different corners, I think. So I'd say you don't have cover from this creature from here. I think that's how it works. It's how many
that's
corners of
exactly
your
how it works.
square,
In
right?
fact, none of you three have cover.
Yeah, this doesn't provide cover for the dragon from where you guys are because of how big the dragon is, basically.
I mean, I feel like because of the size of it, it probably never provides cover in almost any fight.
Well, if you were one square to the left, Zero in Rye, you'd be fine.
If you guys want to canonically put that between you guys, there's no reason why you couldn't have. I'll say that's kosher.
Yeah, because I imagine everybody would kind of line
Yeah,
up
do
like
it so the line of sight
what
makes
is
sense.
right.
Yeah, you guys aren't dumb. It's a game mechanic thing that's getting us caught up here, and that's not what I want to do as a GM. So you guys are all now. At this point makes more sense because it actually, no, because this blocks the line of sight there. Yeah, you definitely can't be seen there. You're also invisible anyways, but you're no longer in threat range of it, and your pillar that you're at, I'm gonna say doesn't cross the same square, so that's fine. The pillar that Rye is standing at, though, completely shatters and erupts under this onslaught of electrical energy. I did not make this map customizable, so we'll be using some sweet paint tools.
I'll cross it out. Don't worry about it.
That is no longer kosher.
All right.
The strength of the blast was enough that the pillar just could not take it.
Rye just goes, oh.
Wait, what does he go?
Do not look as sturdy as you might hope. They'll still protect you from at least one blast as long as you're able to use it as cover. However, they apparently are not able to take any kind of actual sustained assault. Now that's only its standard action, I believe, so it can still move, and its distance 40 feet.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Well, I can fly too, and I could have it just pop up, I guess. What's its fly speed? 200 feet.
Can it fly with its broken wing?
It's a singed wing, so I'll cut its range in half to 100. But if you pick on the wing a little bit more, you guys might be able to damage its ability. But I'm going to say it, for sake of it, it jumps up. It flies on wings, it glides a little bit, and it leans a little bit in on the side that's wounded. The right side kind of dips a little bit more, and it lands with a thud and a skid in the center of pillars between both Dren and Rye. And it looks, its red eyes are on each side of its head. It actually gets both of you guys in a weird cockeyed glare. And that's the end of its round. Just for the record, because it is a huge creature, it does have a reach. You guys are in its threat range.
Yeah.
Reach at 10 feet. Seeker, you're up.
Okay. So, seeing that the dragon just kind of did its thing, Seeker's his lights on his face and circuitry or whatever goes yellow, and he's just like scared out of his wit, like, oh, whose idea was it to come to this arena anyways? We could have gone to the other one or somewhere else. Oh my goodness.
From all the cover everywhere, you see hands point at Dren.
I said the other one.
No, you didn't.
Really quickly, I got a question here. So they got rid of material components for spells.
Yeah.
However, the description of explosive blast says you magically transform a used battery into a powerful explosive device. Does that mean that it actually uses a battery, or is that just a flavor thing? Because
they sounds like it uses a battery.
But they legit got rid of material components. There's no material components on this.
Yeah, I'd say that's a special specific item that requires you to keep around a bunch of used batteries. And it isn't a material component, it's a thing you're using. Like when you use a grenade for your other ability, same thing.
Well, I guess this case really calls for it, so I'm going to use battery then. I don't have any used batteries, so it's going to be a charged battery. I don't know if that's going to give it any more
I
damage.
will thematically, we'll see how your die roll goes. Maybe we'll flub a little bit because it's charged. It's probably not supposed to work with a charged battery for reasons,
Yeah,
but
probably not.
I'll maybe make it a little bit special out of desperation. You're using desperation hero magic.
So I'm going to
Use a resolve point.
I'm going to shoot
Oh, use
explosive
a
blast.
resolve point. I like that.
Oh, you want me to use a resolve point to add extra
Yeah,
damage? I
I'll
can
double
do
the
that.
damage for this time.
All right, cool. I'll take double damage. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna shoot. It shoots in a straight line and hits in a 20-foot radius. So I'm probably gonna shoot it far enough away that it's gonna hit the dragon, but not Rye. So I know audio people can't see this, but like this square, like right here.
So you fire it off at the ground. And what does it do? What's the effect of the spell?
It is a 20-foot explosion, fire damage. It's a 9d6 damage.
Is that the double damage?
Nope, that's just normal.
Whoops! Should have let you say that first. I told you it was double. Okay.
Oh yeah, cool.
And this is magic, right?
Yep, and so it does have spell resistance, or spell resistance is possible for it. Reflex is half, and I do have spell pen though, so
It has a good reflex. Your save probably isn't that high. Do you know what your DC?
It is a
Probably
level
like a
3
16 or
spell.
17.
A
So
level 3
maybe
spell.
18.
Yeah, so it's 10 plus spell level plus it would be intelligence for me, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So 10 plus 5 plus 3. I also get plus 2 for having what's it called?
That'd be to 19.
Isn't that
or
20?
20.
Yeah, 20.
20.
20.
Don't let me correct your math because we're in a bad place if that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm just real bad at small math, so that's why I say all the numbers so everybody else can do the math for me. So am I rolling just 96 or am I
Roll
doubling
90.
that?
Roll 96, and I'll make an arbitrary decision based off of that.
All right.
Yeah, please roll 96. That would be good.
Instead, double the damage if it's bad.
26.
I'll let you make your decision if you want to double it or roll it again.
That's about
There you go.
52 damage. That's not bad.
It for the
Oh, but I
reflex
got
save.
three ones. Don't I also have something that lets me reroll?
Yeah, do you have an inspiration point still?
I do.
Roll 1d20 plus 13. This is its reflex save. 25. It's gonna be taking half damage. Yes.
Okay.
So it's just gonna be full damage of whatever you're doing now. Let's call it that to make it easy.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
Do you have any inspiration? What does inspiration
We
point
did
do?
get inspiration. Remember, nobody used it.
I
You
used
did,
it.
but
I used
Oh,
it.
you guys.
I
did.
believe I also used mine as well.
Yep. You
I
allowed
don't
us to
need you.
reroll.
I mean, I don't think you'd want to re-roll any of these d6s.
No.
That wouldn't really help.
No. I know there's I'm just wondering if I have the thing that lets me reroll like ones on some damage. I think there's one, but I don't think I have it yet. I
It's
get
all right.
mixed up
Review
with
your
what I got,
notes.
so yeah.
I'm
Go
gonna
for
make
it.
some more adjustments.
And then I'm going to also move a little bit, so I'm going to readjust so that I am in cover.
Yeah. All right. The pillars that were around the blast that you had centered it
Yep.
are also completely vaporized or shattered, and Rye is basically pelted with frozen stone chunks as the explosion comes very close to singeing his wonderfully, beautifully detailed coat. Doesn't hits the dragon, and I'm gonna say. Yeah, probably not in the right angle. The explosion kind of hits it up in its face, in front of its chest, and it rears back and it lets out a roar, and it hisses as it snakes its neck around to look at Seeker.
Seeker?
Magic being something it
destroyed my
really doesn't
cover.
want to be dealing with, quite dries its ire
Oh no.
because it gets past its damage reduction. All right, yeah,
So it has magic for damage reduction?
yes.
So that means anybody with a weapon fusion is all right.
Oh, really? Good. Sheer
Yep.
Cat.
Alright.
It is your turn.
Sheer Cat's just going to burrow closer to the dragon. That's it.
Okay. Your last known location hasn't changed. I don't think it has. Oh, actually, let me check if it's sense. I don't think it has tremor sense or anything like that. It has blind sense, but it doesn't say. It doesn't actually say what that blind sense is related to because it's supposed to be based on like a perception type.
Yes. Do you want me to take a look?
No, I don't care. It should say it in
Okay.
parentheses if it's like blind sense, smell, blind sense. It doesn't say. I'm not gonna worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's probably not tremors or what is it, vibrations or whatever they call it in Starfinder. I actually haven't looked at that in a long time. Yep, you move, you get positioned, and for our audio viewers, Sheerkat has basically dug underneath and is now behind the dragon-ish. And I think we played it where even if you're underground, I'm giving you attacks opportunity. Is that how we did it last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it. We might need to
But
do a
it
review.
does pop you out of the ground.
Yeah, if that ends up becoming super broken, which I don't anticipate it becoming,
Mhm.
we'll review if that's kosher. I suspect not, but I like it better. That's kind of where I'm going from. I think it looks better. I can just picture Sheerkat with one of your creepy eyes just looking. Oh, you have tremor sense, right?
I
So
do.
yeah, I'll allow it. That's fine. Sheerkat has moved. Dren, you are up. Oh, so I'm assuming you're taking graviton alignment again.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Nick, you're probably muted.
Like Pat.
I sure am.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
Man,
Yes.
it's bleeding
Wow, that's
over. Man, I'm so into the role. I'm doing spectacularly.
Awesome,
It's like
Patrick.
I'm an actor. So Dren is going to take a guarded step to behind the pillar. Or one of the two remaining pillars that are within the dragon's reach.
You don't need to make a guarded step because you wouldn't be leaving its.
Okay, that's what I wasn't
threat range.
sure of because like I didn't know if cover like made that.
So it can still hit you from there. It just would maybe get a reduction to its to hit. So I'm going to say no. You're still within its threat range, which is the requirements for Starfinder. One of the things I appreciate about it is the attacks of opportunity are pretty cut and dry. If you try to do magic when someone's threatening you, you get hit. If you try to leave someone's threat range, you get hit. That's it. I think that's it. I'm not missing anything. Am I using an item maybe?
Using guns.
Really, ranged weapons and that counts too. That would make sense.
I mean, if I'm still within threat range, I might as well just attack it normally as opposed to using a gun.
Well, if you did a guarded step backwards, you would be outside of its threat range. It's just you were trying to get behind the pillar, right? Which is also
right.
scattered rubble anyways.
This one isn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on Dren. I'm looking at Rye. I have now officially mixed you guys up.
Oh, great.
You're doing
Really
Dave,
good,
no, I'm
Nick.
so sorry. I am so sorry.
So I'm gonna do something that I know is gonna be a terrible move.
Cool.
Dren is gonna step forward towards the dragon, and then his body is just going to be covered in flame. He's not exploding, but his body is covered in flame.
Using which ability?
It's one of my revelations, which is Corona.
Okay.
Body surrounds with plasma. I get 10 cold resistance, so man, if it's chilly, I'm feeling pretty good.
Sure.
Not so much against an electrical dragon, though.
Too bad.
And then anything that attacks me takes 2d6 fire damage.
Okay.
And that will be his turn because he moved, and then his, when he kind of got his Kaioken aura going.
Thing, Nick.
Yep.
When you are attuned or fully attuned, any creature that starts its turn while your Corona is in effect takes fire damage equal to half your Solarian level.
Doesn't that start at the start of my next turn, though?
Nope. Any creature that starts its turn adjacent to you while your Corona is active.
But that's it. That's if I'm full.
Nope. It says while you are attuned or fully attuned. Most of these revelations can be used outside of battle, but they only have like a 1 round thing.
When you use this ability, does that drain your attunement level?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
It just allows you to use it.
Oh,
And
cool.
it'll take its damage on its turn, it sounded like.
That's fine. Question. What's half of your Solarian level?
That would be
3. Is it rounded up or rounded down?
Always
Yeah, so
down,
3.
and it's not considered magic, so it's actually not affected. The fire does not seem to damage its scales any further from your Corona when it's the standard, like when it acts. It's just it needs to break a threshold of its damage reduction, which it does not.
Gotcha.
All right. But that's still useful little boost you've got going on there. And it brings us back to the top of the order with Zero, the android operative extraordinaire.
So now with
Rise
all
on
of
deck.
the pillars starting to break on the west side, Zero
Let's
is
say-
going to basically dash across the field and during that shoot the dragon and then get in cover on the east side of the pillars. And anything that I am trick attacking cannot make attacks of opportunity against me, so he doesn't get any.
Wasn't in range for you anyways, I don't think. You're fine.
No, it was, because I basically walked right in front of him.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm seeing you teleport basically, but I see what you're saying. Okay, so as long as you're trick attacking, and it doesn't have to be successful, you just have to be in the act of trick attacking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's automatically successful.
Oh, right. You got that new silly ability. Okay. So it is trick attack. What's the trick attack bonus from you now?
32. Automatic 32 from now on.
32, and this is a 20 plus 11, so 31. You just automatically trick attack this monster.
Yep,
All right. All right. So what you're saying is I need to start throwing CR 13 creatures at you. Okay.
No, because by then we'll level up one, and then I'll have 33s.
Oh, you might not. I might level you down just so I can actually contain this nonsense. All right. So what is your trick attack effect?
So I am going to, because we all have -2s right now.
Yep.
I am going to make it flat-footed, which just causes it to have a -2 to its AC.
Okay, so we can call that a wash when you guys are making attacks.
Yep. So, and I believe Get 'em is still in effect until Rise there.
+2 then.
What was that?
Get 'em is still in effect because I haven't gone back to Rise.
It's also not shaken. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Get 'em is active. What is Get 'em's bonus at level 7?
I think it's just +2.
Let me pull that up.
Well, I think originally it's +1, so +2 is better than the base level of the ability.
Might just be the +1.
Pat has really bad notes on his character sheet. It just says
That's
a +1
really bad.
while
I'll accept that.
Right,
At 6th level, you can spend 1 resolve point to grant this bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls against all enemies who are within 60 feet, BT dubs.
Oh,
So if you
attack
want to start
and
burning Pat's resolve points, I'll allow that because that's probably useful.
Also, don't forget our -2s from being.
Did he pick up improved Get 'em?
Oh, you know what?
Not that
Improved
he
is
has-
what I was thinking
Not
of.
that he has noted.
So it's just +1.
All right, so that's 27.
27 to hit. Oh, I don't even know this thing's AC. You guys haven't shot at it yet. Is that energy or EAC? EAC or KAC?
KAC.
And it's 27?
Yep.
Hit.
All right.
You sunk my battleship. Oh, sorry.
That will be 31 damage. Or, yeah, 31 damage.
And I'm assuming you have some sort of what's the attachment, Chris, that makes it magical? Fusion?
Any fusions?
Do you have a weapon fusion?
The bleed one.
Okay, so you do have a weapon fusion on your weapon?
Yeah. But
Okay,
I mean,
apparently, per my rules guru, that gets past DR and Starfinder.
I just read it. Weapon fusions. Weapon fusions are considered magic for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction.
Okay.
Kind of like a +1 Pathfinder.
Which is fine. I was gonna say you guys should have in Pathfinder, you'd have +1 to +2 weapons at level 7 with what you guys have been accruing stuff. So I guess weapon fusion is just a more
it
malleable.
doesn't matter what kind of effect the weapon fusion's giving.
Doesn't sound like it. Basically, your weapon's magical.
That
based on
is
the item you attach to
it
it.
says under weapon fusions.
Also, like a +1 sword doesn't have anything special about it. It's plus damage. So no, I'm okay with it. So you do. Can you give me that damage total again?
31.
Woof. All right, yeah, that's you're this is your faster pistol, right?
The new advanced semi-auto one I just bought.
Yeah, so as you're running, doing like knife in hand still, so you got the Call of Duty like knifing pose. You're just kind of running, got your arm aimed. You're just firing repeated rounds into this thing, and it arcs up its back, and it stretches back, and it hisses. It does not like that at all. Now it's not sure who to kill: the burning monkey, the magic user, or whatever the hell just shot it in the back.
So what it sees, actually, because I am still technically the
predator blur.
Yep, predator blur.
Yeah. Can you make the noise? Does anyone make the noise? Yeah, I miss Robert. Robert does the noise really well. That was still acceptable, Christopher, and thank you for doing it.
You're welcome.
You're getting a little soft.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's definitely
Okay.
more clicky.
Yeah, it is more clicky, but Rob does it stupid well. I need to get Rob in here for sound effects. All right. Yeah, you did a ton of damage to that thing. I do not like that. Rye, you're up.
Yep, with this level, my damage jumped up to a bonus 4d8.
Is the dragon facing Rye?
No.
Also, I
Well-
should bring that up. Is the trick attack damage still under the effect of the
Weapon fusion?
yeah?
I'm gonna roll it all into one. It doesn't really, in my opinion, make sense to change it because it's not like you're tricking them does the damage. It's enhancing your attack, right?
It's more or less how I'd see it.
I'll allow it. If we need to go to the books for it later, I'm also not worried about it. If you guys crush things in combat, we can do story stuff more. Oh well. It's not looking at Rye like face on, but like it's got, again, it's looking forward back to where you guys came from. So it does have you both in very full view.
Okay. Do we know if 2 episodes ago, Pat used detect thoughts on Desmond or anybody?
I'm gonna shoot.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
Because that I feel like that is something that Rye would maybe do.
Do it.
Yeah, go for it. You so detect thoughts isn't it does require some time to get the full benefit of detect thoughts.
And I don't know if he'd use it at the moment because I feel like this supernatural ability would provoke an attack of opportunity.
Would it?
Yes, because you're in reach.
Okay. Well, I don't really have a way to get Rye out of reach.
On a guarded step 5 feet directly back would help.
Well, I guess, yeah. So Rye is going to guarded step 5 feet back into his right, a little bit more behind an obliterated pillar.
And viewers closer to the edge.
Yes. But Rye is going to do a double move.
You could just. Isn't there like a disengage?
Yeah, but oh yeah, there's a
Pretty sure
disengage.
there's a
Are you
disengage,
just
it's
fleeing?
just
Is that what
full-
Rye's doing?
Yeah.
No, I was going to place him behind another
Withdraw.
pillar.
I honestly don't bother.
It's a full action. And you can move up
It's-
to double your speed.
It's not looking at Rye in terms of aggressiveness. It's got Seeker or Zero. It is way more threatened by. Rye is inconsequential at this point, per usual.
All right, then I'm going to use one of his grenades.
Patrick's gonna be so mad you're burning through his stuff, but I love it. Do it.
It's the best way to play the character.
All right, do it up. Chuck the grenades back. Although I would say, if you do enough damage, you might aggro it as opposed to Zero.
So I plan on throwing it like there-ish.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens.
Chuck,
Well,
give a strength check. You don't
'cause
have to go very high.
I don't think he literally has nothing else that he
No,
can
he's
use
the
other than.
worst grenade throwing character in existence. That's why his nat ones are so perfect.
I didn't beat a 10.
You
Oh
only-
wait, actually,
Yeah, you need a
what-
5 based on the range of the grenade.
yeah. So I did get 10 actually because the dex for thrown.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. So yeah, it hits and roll me some damage from the grenade.
Yep, that's 2d6 for incendiary 2.
And it does get a reflex save, right? So slash.
Yep, reflex for half, and I think you got to beat like a 13 or 14.
Got a 16.
That definitely is going to beat it.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Of damage.
Yeah.
All right. Even without the reflex save, the grenade like rolls up on its back, down its neck, detonates between its wings, and it doesn't even move. There is no actual force imparted on this creature, as its other abilities, unnatural or otherwise, absorb the damage completely.
Rye just goes, oh, come on!
Are you Nicolas Caging him right now?
That's what Rye would do.
It
All
is
right.
what I would do.
Okay, yeah. So the grenade lands fully on. I'll say it lands on the thing, detonates, and just does nothing. It just does not care about the force of the impact. Not enough to trouble it. And then it's the dragon's turn, and I need to see. See, I could just basically kill Dren right now again, but I already killed him once. Because this multi-attack is freaking brutal.
Oh, multi-attack.
You
I
should
forgot that
not
was
have
the
been
thing.
close to it.
No.
It's Aurora arc rifle got detonated, which is a +21 to hit. You bastards. Offensive abilities. Oh, did I screw up at space? It's supposed to be 15 feet. Did I only?
No, you're right.
Okay, good.
Each square is 5 feet. I did hear you say later that, or earlier rather, that he was a 9x9 creature. It kind of threw me off.
Oh, sorry. I meant 9 squares. I'm just insane.
I knew exactly. I wasn't going to correct you, but it is a 15-foot creature.
Thank you. My bad. I'm just insane. All right, it's probably gonna let the Solarian smack on it a little bit because I forgot this thing has spells. What does this one do?
That's no bueno.
I ready to dispel magic.
While this spell is in effect, that's not nice.
Chris, is it start or end of turn that the counter goes up?
At the start of your turn.
Okay.
Once before each action, which is sig.
Wait, is it the dragon's turn?
It is the dragon's turn.
It takes 3 damage.
It doesn't get past its damage reduction.
But it's magic, though. It's fire.
It's not, though.
Oh, is it not?
Your Solarian energy isn't magic.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, all right.
What? For this case, it's a spell, though. It's not like my Solarian weapon.
Yeah, but it's not magic.
Oh.
Your
Solarian
things are not considered magic, I believe, for the terms of damage reduction. If you see something different, I will totes allow it.
Cool.
But I'm pretty confident that it does not.
All right.
What does discharge do? No, that's fun for screwing with your batteries. This dragon has abilities that are nice for your like long running campaign of needing to reserve materials, but you guys are doing way too much damage to it, so it needs to do some other thing. You and touched objects or touched willing or unconscious creatures. Instantaneous. Will negates. You instantly. Oh, Jesus Christ. And the ranges. Okay.
So wait, does it have resist fire?
It has damage reduction.
That's for physical damage when you're attacking.
Oh, right. We said energy attacks get past that last
Yes.
time, right? I'm so sorry. It takes 3 damage. Thank you, Chris. That's why you're the rules guy, and I'm just the one who does the things.
Oh, you do everything else. It's fine.
All right. I'm trying to see how bad I can screw Dren over with the dimension door. For the record, really bad.
I'm okay with it.
Dimension doors.
I'm always for the fun, chaotic option. If you can do it,
I don't think you're okay with it.
I got the backup character.
Okay.
Why, you
We'll
gonna
need
put
to
the door-
commission
are you
more
gonna,
art.
like, put the door right there.
Uh-oh. I just lost my computer screen. I kicked my power outlet. Hold on. Oh, it's not coming back. Oh, no.
We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut this.
We're gonna cut this.
All right, I'm coming
the
back.
dragon was so powerful it killed Dustin's computer.
Well, I dimension door right out of my computer, apparently. All right, so how do I do this? It is, you're going to get attack of opportunity first, which is go ahead and take your attack of opportunity while I do some reading.
Sure.
Both of you.
I might not. Where does it go? Oh, what is it doing?
It's trying to dimension door it.
Oh,
And I get to do it against a touched creature. It doesn't say it's a touch attack. It just says that will negates.
So I had a total of 26.
26, and that's against which AC?
Kinetic.
Kinetic with 26. Where
It's
is
still
it?
got the -2.
Yep. So
That other
24.
well, you have -2 as well, Nick.
And then did you add the +1 from? Actually, no, get amended. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're both at -2s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 26.
Well, it's a 24 for him right now.
24 for me.
24,
Right.
But he also, so the dragon also has -2.
Okay.
because
So
of
you actually
zero.
you do just hit it. That 26 or the 24 with it being
Nice.
is the exact hit.
Wow.
Nice.
No ice.
Connected. Okay. That's gonna be fun. 2d6 damage. Oh.
2
2
ones.
damage.
No, well, so I rolled a 4, but I have +13, so it's 17 damage.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't like that at all. It's pretty hurting right now. There isn't anything, and Chris, I don't see anything for it for like touching an object. Should I make a touch attack for this?
So a touch attack negates dexterity bonus to AC.
It's not technically needing to touch. It doesn't say anything about a touch attack. It says touched, willing, or oh. Oh, okay. You have to be willing. That's why it doesn't have anything for. All right, dimension door doesn't make sense then. Do I have
Oh, I'm not gonna die.
Well, I was gonna have a dimension door you off the ledge. It can fly and you can't. It was just gonna drop you.
Chris, are you willing? Yeah.
We'll talk about that in the after party. But
all right, it's gonna do one of these two spells then. I have other spells that work. This is against a construct or technological subtype, which you don't have. Okay, line shaped burst. All right. You know what? Since you guys are basically getting through, let's see. How can I do this that it actually matters? Oop, nope, that's the wrong tool. I think I can. Ooh.
Nope, don't go there.
It doesn't quite. I can't get more than one of you in the blast anyway, so I might just pick on Seeker just because.
Nope.
Nope. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to do? Because it can't use its breath weapon again. It needs to do. Where is
Short
that?
rest.
It's not a short rest. It's a number of rounds. I think I'm supposed to roll for it, and I didn't do that. Where is the spell-like ability? No. Offensive ability, breath weapon. Usable every 1d4 rounds. That was 1 round ago. I'm rolling a d4. That's a 3. So it's not using its breath weapon for a little while. It's going to use a spell, which I'm going to say it works even though it probably shouldn't. And it's called Arcing Surge. As you hit it with your tail blade, Dren, it begins to use one of its claws to basically do some like magic mumbo jumbo over its smoking cannon that is hung barely by a strap on its like almost vaporized chest, and it charges up this damaged electrical device, and it unleashes a line of electricity from a massive oversurge, and it shoots it directly at Seeker. And I'm going to say, due to the fragile nature of these columns, you're going to get some damage reduction, Seeker, but otherwise you are.
Hold on.
Go through 2. So.
Rye. Rye goes, Seeker, look out! And that's or watch out is the name of the improvisation, but it's a reflex +4 ally AC before enemy attack roll for ranged attacks.
Really good in combat.
And Seeker falls prone.
Is that something he can do as a reaction too?
As a reaction.
Yeah. And he's
It's
never
a reaction.
He's never.
I think he used it once.
All right. Each of these things, because these columns are quite small, based on how the dragon is, they're going to give you +2 to your AC for this, and you're getting +4 as well, basically from that ability.
Nice.
+8, right?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Sure, he's still getting hit.
Oh, you know what? This
hit
is
your
like
AC?
it's a hit. This is a spell because it is a spell.
Yeah.
It's actually a reflex save. Does your ability give a bonus to reflex there?
No, it's just a AC.
I'll say he doesn't go prone then, because that would be way worse.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't use it this time around. Still super useful. I'm gonna give you. I'm still gonna give you +4 to your reflex save then, because the pillars, I don't know, give you a little bit more time to get out of the way of this arcing surge.
I got the best flavor for this. So it hits the first pillar, takes like a second to hammer through it. Hits the second pillar, takes a second, and then hammers through that.
And I'll say that the cannon officially basically turns into molten slag at that point and pools around its feet. Give me a reflex save there, Seeker.
+4, you said?
+4 to whatever you normally have.
All right.
I'm sad Dimension Door doesn't work that way. I'm pretty sure that's how Chris kept
13.
using on me in Pathfinder, which is kind of where I was getting the idea from, but that's fine.
I only got 13.
No, I didn't. I brought other people with me.
I had a +10. I rolled a 3.
You're right.
Being all of my compatriots.
Yeah, I think you're right. So what was it total?
13.
Yeah, nope, that doesn't quite work. The spell level is pretty
I still have
high.
that inspiration. Can I reroll that?
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
Oh,
point of inspiration allowed.
I'll do
It's
it.
actually only, hold on, it's a tier 3 spell, right? So that's
Level
only
3, so that's pretty big.
Yeah, but the bonus, what's it's I don't know what spellcasting
It doesn't.
ability.
You don't get bonuses unless you have a specific stuff that gives you bonus damage to whatever the spell is.
I'm not worried about damages. I'm
Oh.
trying to identify what the save is because it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
have a
it's intelligence
save.
or charisma, whatever it would base its spell off of.
Yeah, I don't know what it does for that. Let me take a look and see what its stats look like and see if that makes sense.
Steve just gave advantage.
Ooh.
Oh, everything's +3 for it. So it's 3 plus the spell level of 3. Is that right? Or is that not how T3 works?
Yeah, the spell level's 3, so yeah, +3, I would imagine. That's
So
how it works.
save is only 13, 16.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not a magic user. It just has. Oh, sorry. It's not
Yeah.
like a specialized caster. It just has the
What
ability.
is he? What's the spell?
Arcing Surge.
Yeah, it actually says DC 16 on the Alien Archive page.
That's kind of nice.
Oh, it is
I'll
right
use
there.
that advantage then.
So I'm looking at the spells page because I'm trying to get the ability on there. You're right. It does give all its CCs right there. Thank you, Paizo. That's super useful.
All right, well,
You're
with
welcome.
the advantage that Steven gave me,
Are you making more rolls? What is this?
I got an 18.
You got an 18? All right, so you're going to take half damage.
You too could save us if you subscribe and disadvantage on rolls.
Yeah, you do have viewer benefits for subscribers to Twitch, or if you're on our Patreon, and I know who y'all are, you get the same benefits if you use the commands. Someone want to throw the commands in chat, we can do that. Commands in chat, we can do that. And it's 10d6, and you're going to get that cut in half.
Ooh,
I'm going to roll
that's
that and
good.
roll 20 / roll 10d6. 27 damage, and cut that in half.
Okay, so that's like what?
So
13.
26, because we're going to round down, which makes it 13.
That's doable.
You take 13 points of electricity damage, it looks like. Oh, in the area, but the area is just that line. Yeah, so it shattered the pillars because that's enough damage because they have almost no health really, and it hits you. But you're not too bad. You're feeling some inspiring boost, I guess, from your compatriots and from some powers from afar. The dragon, not liking where it's at and having already taken its attack for opportunity from the stupid monkey, is going to go ahead and let's see. What gives it the best vantage point? It jumps up using its lovely fly speed and lands.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, speed isn't that high. I said it was 100 feet high. It does not have a speed that fast because it's wounded because of the explosion on its wings. So it can't actually get up there in time.
Did the gun melting off its shoulder do anything to it too?
Not for damage wise. Again, it wouldn't have been I think hot enough to even get past any of its real concerns. But it no longer has the ability to use that spell because that's the only electronic item it had on it. So that spell's gone for good. You guys basically just taking it. It jumps back to its pillar or its altar rather, and it's looking wary or warily out at the field because you guys are doing much more damage to it than it expected. It was hoping for an easy walkthrough. Also, while I'm looking at it, this map came from Seppuku. I think that's a weird spelling for seppuku, but Patreon, CZEPEKU. I actually freaking love their maps, and if you want some additional maps, definitely check out their Patreon page. All right, after the dragon goes Seeker.
All right. Let's see. I wasn't expecting it to run away.
Me neither.
Don't have too much else I can do to it.
You could have taken your attack of opportunity, Chris.
No, I would have been able to kill it.
So we are we forevermore going with the thing that I need a battery in order to use? What's it called?
Yes.
Or is that
Yep.
really just flavor?
Yeah, it specifically says it.
Yeah, but it is just flavor. I don't know.
No, it's not.
Anyways.
Especially
So I
not
can
in
hit
the
with
most
that.
dangerous game show. It's not. That's real critical.
Yeah. All right. In that case.
In that case, you wouldn't be a technomancer. You wouldn't be playing with technology. You'd just be conjuring.
I would imagine it
Spook.
since they got rid of the material components, I figured it would just be like one of those things where you just have it. It's just flavor. It's literally just flavor.
Yeah, but that's actually what spell components became. So if it's actually calling something out, I think that's a powerful enough reason.
Anyway, moving on. I guess my best bet. How far am I? 90 feet from it? I think about 90 feet. Yeah, about 80.
We gonna cast some magic missiles up in here?
Yeah, that's probably my best bet, because probably not gonna deal much damage with my brand new spanking weapon, but magic missile at least gets through damage reduction. So
Sure does.
still really shaken up. He's sees the dragon run away and says, "Well, you know what? I'm not letting you get away," and just throws a few magic missiles his way. These ones are yellow, just like his current circuitry. He's pissing himself. And let's see. So that's 3 magic missiles.
Yar.
7 damage. 7 damage. Gotta
Why don't
love
you
it.
use why don't you use your new weapon, Justin?
Huh?
What is this?
Because I probably am not gonna hit it.
Oh.
And I don't have a weapon fusion either, so it's gonna.
Well, it's a ranged weapon with energy on it, right? Or is it?
Well, it's fire.
Yeah. So it
Really?
doesn't.
No, the fire is only for the critical effect.
No. What
Well,
weapon is it?
I don't have any fusions on it, so it's.
It doesn't matter. No, that's only for melee weapons. Or no, anything that does
KAC.
anything. No, not even. No. Anything that does bludgeoning, piercing, or what's the other one? Slashing damage. Those are what damage reduction takes care of. Then you have resistances. That would be your fire, your electrical.
Okay.
Your food.
Oh, and yeah, it's not. It's actually not. It's critical. That's the damage. Its critical is burn, but it does do fire damage. So yeah, you would be based on the not having resistance, and I don't think I saw resistance on its character sheet. Let me double check that for its defense. No, it's got immunities to electricity, but nothing for fire. So no, you'd be fine.
Okay then.
Yeah, I guess that's what the corona for your laser rifle is referring to.
Would need to probably move a little bit in order to shoot it through these, or else I'm gonna get a. I guess I could shoot it from the back there. That's not gonna go through anything. Yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do is, if you let me take my turn back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so Seeker's gonna actually move back a little bit to this little outcrop here. Try to get some cover there. Maybe a little further.
Yeah. Point of interest, and I think it was something Michael just said. Damage reduction does only apply to kinetic damage. I don't know if that was Michael or Chris that just said it. So your energy rifle would need a resistance. That's mostly my bad. And we've had this discussion a couple of times. I'm just terrible with the Starfinder needing resistances because nothing I've used so far has resistances. And I figured a dragon would. Well, again, immunity to electricity is not bad.
There's a lot of different rules there too. Yeah, and I'll take a shot at the dragon. So let's see. What is my range now? Went up. Attack bonus is +8. Yeah, +8. 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did less damage than with your magic missile.
Yeah. That's kind of why I was gonna use it, but all right.
That's all right. You got persuaded into something else, and yeah, that's all right.
Yep.
But you didn't use your fancy new weapon.
I did.
All right. Back to the order then.
I think this thing must be broken.
Shirkat.
Yep. Hey, come on. Shirkat is still underground, moves to the base of the altar.
That's it. A lot of fun this game, Shirkat. Dren, you're up.
Okay. Unfortunately, see, I'm with everybody else in that the dragon moved and it's like, oh, I had a good thing coming. But I can't do that. So what I can do, actually, what is the within 10 feet? How far is, I know it's not.
It's about 60 to 70 feet away.
Yeah. Just a little bit shy. Dren is gonna move up to the other side, and if I have line of sight there, nope, not from there. So he's gonna be behind the pillar, which he is still technically visible from the dragon there, but he's going to fire off his azimuth pistol, which is really not much at all damage, but we'll see if that does anything. I think I need to hit a 20 just to be able to hit the dragon with it. I did not get above a 10. So just a wide shot from Dren there. And that is the end of his turn.
Rye from behind you says, maybe aim better.
No, wait. We need to hear this really from Rye.
Yeah, I was just... maybe you should aim better.
Definitely sound way too manly for Rye, but that's all right.
Sure.
Well, so Rye has this weird thing where sometimes he talks like this.
You're not
and
wrong.
Other times I talk like this because I'm Patrick, and that's how I talk.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's mostly because Pat can't be loud in his own
That's
home.
true.
Right, but that is part of the Rye character now.
Yeah.
That's also fair.
It's weird 'cause
All
Pat's
right.
very
It
loud.
was a bit like Rye mixed with Dren, wasn't it, Steve?
Zero, you're up.
All right. So Zero, continuing with his zigzag pattern, is now going to dash from east to west, back into cover, and trick attacking it again. And that was a 23.
23 to hit?
Yep.
Miss. Does not manage to get past its KAC. Yeah, right. And Rye, you're up.
So Rye goes up behind Zero, not even behind the pillar, but behind Zero, which he feels is the safest. And he goes, Dragon, you have one last chance to surrender.
If surrender is another word for an early dinner, I'm game.
I mean, it wouldn't be us, but yes.
It chuckles but doesn't respond.
Okay. And then does he have line of sight on it from that's not the
No, he doesn't.
No.
There's two pillars in the way.
I'll have it be he's next to Zero. And then he's gonna fire off his pistol that Miller gave him. So yep. And
Roll
let's
a
see
D11.
if Rye can. No, Rye shoots even worse than Dren.
Roll 1d11.
Actually, instead, in a shrill Rye voice, the weapon says, "Why are you pointing me at that thing? Let's go, let's go!" I'm gonna get yelled at for yelling.
Rip audio.
Got my kids.
Yeah, that was very top right there. Top audio levels.
Sorry, audio listeners. Good luck, Justin.
I've had to duck before. I've had to duck audio before for Nick. Actually, in the last episode that I edited.
Nice.
I can be very loud sometimes.
Yeah, I'm waiting for me to get a message. It's just like, shut the front door. Nothing yet. Okay. All right. After Rye's static arc pistol goes away, we've got the Dorigan, which is going to. Let's see. I do have another spell, but Rye actually put himself in the position that makes it really annoying. Chris, do you see any reason why, if it's next to Rye and it's still in a threat range for Zero, it wouldn't just be able to touch Zero? Chris?
I'm sorry?
Any reason? So if I jumped it up next to Rye,
Yeah.
it was in threat range for Zero. Wouldn't really have any issues hitting Zero, right?
No.
Okay. Then that is what's going to do. It's going to jump up, which I believe maybe gives Shirket an opportunity. If Shirket takes
6 feet below.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right, there is a gap from that the stairs itself. So all right, so Shirket's just going to keep tunneling. This dragon is going to reach out and use a touch attack spell that does not provoke attacks of opportunity per the description, and it's called Overload Systems. I need you to make a fortitude save. Oh no, sorry. I need to make a melee attack roll against your EAC, but I can add my key ability score modifier instead of my strength is higher. All right, let me do a quick roll for see if I actually touch you. What's your KAC?
Rise KSE.
No, I'm actually touching 0.
Oh,
But it's EAC, right?
It said KAC. Sorry, no, EAC. Sorry, EAC. Yep, you're right.
And that one's 20.
20? All right, and its bonus to hit, its bite attack is plus 18. Where does it get that from? Would a touch attack use the same rules as a regular attack?
It'd be your basic attack plus your strength.
Oh, you know what? I don't know where its base attack bonus is. I'm looking at its strength.
I would imagine it's at 11 plus its strength, bare minimum.
All right, so it is going to be a plus 18 to hit, so I just need to roll a 2. I'm going to roll /roll 1d20, and if it's a 2 or higher, I hit you. I rolled a 17. All right, I need to make a fortitude save.
All right.
The fortitude DC is 17.
That's unfortunate.
Would you roll?
No, I just looked at my save. My save's a 4.
Okay.
So 17.
14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, damn it. All right, fine. Had this spell triggered on you, so basically it touches you with its clawed hand. It attempts to pulse like a magical energy to overload your systems. You look up at it willfully and shrug it off. Had it worked, it would have flooded your body with random jolts of electricity and other interference. On a failed fortitude save, you're overwhelmed and potentially unable to perform tasks. It's a 50% fail for everything. But with a fail, nothing happens. Yeah, it basically was going to make you as like a 50% chance to fail doing just normal tasks because you're overloaded with energy. I don't know. I think it's done with that. I think I only get.
I mean, it can't do it as a part
I
of
found
the
its melee first, the spell attack. It was a plus 24. So the melee would have been fine anyways. But anyways, you managed to save, so nothing happens. There's literally no effect for a successful save. So you're good to go. It has moved, and that makes it Shirket's turn. Nope, sorry, Seeker's turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. Okay, let's see. So I get a plus 8 to attack. What have we historically hit this thing at?
I ain't telling you that.
Huh?
Should I not say?
Oh, you can.
I was
26.
wondering because I don't know if I should. Okay, 26.
It's
hit at 26.
Yeah, and we're pretty sure it's actually got an AC of 26 because Dustin may have let it slip already.
Okay,
Yeah, but that was its KAC. You haven't attacked its EAC yet.
the very. Oh well, I do have. It's a energy weapon.
Yar.
There is a chance that I could hit it, but it's pretty slim. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do herring fire, whatever the one is that gives bonus to hit for everybody else.
Okay, so you just need to roll beat a DC 15 because it's a static bonus, to the best of my knowledge.
So from the way back, you just see Seeker taking little pot shots at it. And by the way, we have -2s for everything. I don't know if anybody's been.
Well, it also has -2 to its AC, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Your will save. Is that affected by Shaken?
Will saves? Yeah, all saves are.
Oh, yeah.
All saves are.
My bro, you are overloaded. Let me read
no.
the next one more time. Thank you, Justin. You're my best friend. You are the best player at this table. Chris, you are so close second.
Hey, I'm
but
keeping
but
it
Justin...
honest.
Okay, so whenever the target takes an action or reaction, there's a 50% chance the target simply takes no action instead. This chance is rolled separately for each action the target would take. So moving is its own action, and then to say move again, its own action, or a standard action, its own action.
How long does that last?
1 round per level, and this thing is level. It's got a CR 11, so I'm going to say it's probably level 10. I think that's how it usually works. Or maybe use the challenger. I'm going to give it 10 anyways. This combat will not last 10 rounds. So Seeker, you are now a little bit more difficult to use, which makes me super happy. Thank you, Justin. Please do whatever you were doing. I'm so excited to see
what? I'm more difficult.
0 is a little bit more difficult to use.
Okay.
Did I say Seeker? Was I being racist against androids
yes,
again?
you were.
God damn it.
Pat started it.
You look alike.
He did. Okay, then Herring Fire. That's a +2 circumstance bonus to next attack roll.
In
Okay,
this
so
one,
that's
you,
not an
you
AC
need
one.
to.
All
So
right.
you're getting an.
So I'm going to
What?
give a +2 to whoever attacks next.
Okay, but you are getting a -2 to this
Yep.
roll because this is
Yep.
not like affecting its AC, so it's
Yes.
just your -2 pervades.
10.
Negative does not work.
I'm really bad this time. I did my damage, and that's that's it.
To quote Rye from very early on in the campaign, "I'm not good at combat, guys." You'll be there though. You'll get better. You need to get some empty batteries. Just go collect some at the recycling
Oh yeah,
center.
I'm going scavenging for empty batteries as soon as I possibly can.
Sheerkat, what are you doing for me, bro? Bro-ish.
Well, cutting the distance from where it's
Bro, Lita.
I just need to be able to move on it. So that's it. I just move closer to it, but not next to it.
Okay.
You could
Next,
move close enough to it, couldn't you?
I can, but it's moving too much around, and I can't do what I want to do.
I can't tell you if it'll move again. I'm not avoiding you. Definitely none of its actions have been to avoid you. It does not know you were there. Dren, you're up.
All right, Dren is not gonna summon an arrow. He is going to move up once again to directly confront the dragon, because why would anybody in their right mind do that? And then he's going to explode into a supernova.
Is he moving to a spot that doesn't affect his allies?
10 feet. Second diagonal is 15, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
so okay, he's just safe. All right.
Right. I might have pre-planned it a little bit.
Rye feels very warm.
Again, almost getting singed by a compatriot. Yep.
But it's great because it is a bit chilly up here with all the wind and the snow, yeah, so reflex save of the where is that? Half Solarian level plus charisma mod. That is 3 + 6. That is a 19.
Rolling save now. Rolled a 32.
Oh, that well, you're gonna get half of however much damage. This is
8d6.
Yep. So that's
Math.
12 for the first 3. That is 21 for the next 3.
And you're rolling 2 more?
Yep. And that is 25 total.
So 25 and half is 12.
13. 12. You're right.
Why am I correcting math today, guys? That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are probably tired.
Yeah, I did get a little cat nap in between the show, but I managed to make it in time this time. All right, yeah, it's taking damage. It's past half health, so it's bleeding and like wounded and dripping of viscera and gore and scorch, but it's still standing strong. Like you guys have not yet put it down. Dren, that was your move and your action. So 0, we're on round 5.
All right.
I'm saying that because its breath weapon is back.
So I'm going to, well, when I do my trick attack, it's a full round action, so I just roll the thing once.
What? Yes.
All right, so roll a d100.
Yeah, roll a d100, and we're gonna say 50 and below is the fail. So anything 50 and below.
92.
Success.
All right, so 5, 15.
So are you? So you're moving, right?
Moving and attacking. It's
those
all
are,
one.
Those are. How are they
It's
all?
all one. So I make my attack as a part of my move with this trick attack.
Trick attack. All right, let me review that. Trick attack, Starfinder, because the language there is probably important, but also operatives being broken doesn't necessarily surprise
As a full
me.
action, you can move up to your speed, whether or not you moved. You can then make an attack with a melee weapon or an
Okay. Nope, that sounds good to me. That is one stand. That's one action. Yeah, that's the language I was looking for. You're good.
All right. So 15, 20.
Can't nerf this operative enough, guys. I'm trying.
So moving up to there, and then we'll make the attack. 23 again.
23, you don't draw attacks of opportunity. Yeah, okay, so it glances off its scales, does not penetrate, it hisses, but it's not as worried about you as it can see the electricity still coursing through your body. It knows it's helped neuter you a bit. And Rye is up.
Okay. That's interesting.
Which is?
Rye has nothing if he's like
On top of something?
He's got
right.
that severing sword.
True.
He does have the Vorpal sword. That's not wrong. You roll a crit, you cut something
And the
off.
crit range is what, 17?
Yeah, it's not even that bad. I made it pretty
It's one of
broken for
5
Rye
things.
almost specifically.
Yeah. It's one of
I
5
don't see that on this sheet.
It is literally just going to be a melee attack with his whatever his melee attack bonuses are, and if you roll a 17 through 20, you'll get the severe wound critical. It won't do any damage. It's archaic, so it already does less damage due to armor, and he has no real proficiency. So the damage isn't what that weapon is for.
Okay, I got
Strictly
this.
for trying to do the removing of limbs.
So Rye, he remembers. I remember a play, and he takes the sword at his waist, holds it up to the dragon like such as the knights of old, and it goes, "Be felled, foul beasts!" And then he swings his archaic sword at the dragon.
We don't mind that he's got urine dripping down his pant leg.
And let's just see.
17 or higher. 17 or higher.
No,
Nah.
unfortunately. Wait. 17.
No,
Oh, no,
I
I had
You
to.
have to-
the
17 on
die itself
Right.
needs to be 17.
Nope, didn't make it.
Yeah, otherwise the archaic weapon hits the dragon's scale and pings off, similar to your grenade. Solid contact. Well, maybe actually you miss entirely, but I'll say solid contact for flavor, but it completely bounces off for no effect. Yeah, it's got a bit of the snicker snack ability.
Oh, wait.
going on.
Leviathan rerolled.
Oh,
Do it.
okay.
Go for it. I am
Did it
saying
get worse?
melee. I hate melee. I don't like it. I like melee better. What'd you roll?
One.
He rolled a 3.
If it is a natural one, he's cutting a finger off at least. I'm just putting that out there.
No, not quite that bad.
He loses grip with the sword and it cuts off one of Dren's fingers.
No, I'm too far away.
All right. Okay, so that's not a no fly, but thank you, Steve, for doing your damnedest to help him out. It is the dragon's turn. This breath attack. I think you guys spread out enough that's not going to matter. What was the setup for that? Oh, it's a line. It's not as fun. Any of you guys more than one in a line?
He can fly
Yes,
away.
Actually,
real
kind
quick.
of.
0.
What?
Drennan 0.
Drennan 0, you think?
Yeah.
Beaker and 0. Kind of. No, we're not really totally in a line.
Okay, it's still from one of its squares. All right, that would be fine. And
You can get all of
but
us.
I'm going to
couldn't
give
you?
you more cover than that, just because you're behind an alcove there that's poorly drawn on the map.
Yeah.
I say, you know what? A breath weapon fired off at the Solarian and the android. I like that. It does that. A line of electricity erupts out of its mouth straight through Dren, well, hopefully, and aiming for the android operative, and it yells, "Fry!" And we give a. Actually, I think you guys have to do the work, don't you? What is this thing? Breath weapon, reflex DC 18 for half.
Yeah.
Yes, I got a
Reflex
19.
is not good for Solarians. Especially me.
Yeah, you and me both, brother. I think I have a bonus of +2. I think-
Nat 20!
Gonna have
Why
to
I
couldn't
gotta
you
have
roll
money
that
with
for
the
Rye?
weapon.
Why couldn't you
wow.
roll that for Rye?
I didn't realize this thing has another standard effect just called Crush, which basically crush. Oh, it's a Solarian thing. Cool. But it's not doing that. So with you don't have the same operative BS, so you'll still take half damage, right?
Yep.
And 0, because you're an operative, you get to take no damage when you succeed on a save.
Yeah, but I don't.
What do you mean
Minus
you don't?
two.
-2?
Yeah, the -2.
You guys are getting screwed with that. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, all right. So the damage coming out from this is its breath weapon is, oh Jesus, I didn't read that first. 12d8 slash roll 12d8. Okay.
30 per half.
How many of you go unconscious with 61 points of energy damage?
You haven't hit my HP yet.
Are you kidding me?
I took half my stamina.
What? Horseshit. Horse poop. What?
You would have hit my HP, but I had taken
Roll
toughness.
1d4.
What's up?
Roll 1d4 to recharge.
Who rolls 1d4 to recharge?
You do.
Oh,
you can
thank
use
you.
the breath
Sorry,
weapon.
I wasn't slash roll 1d4.
Even if you
Oh,
did,
bitch.
4.
I rolled a 4.
if you did do full damage to me, I would have still been only in stamina too.
I was really feeling bad for you guys. I don't feel bad for you anymore. You all can burn. All right, it does hit you both dead on, which in my opinion, it has to shock Zero, who is not used to taking any sort of actual threat. Dren probably just the status quo here. Also,
Considering I
you
still have
save for
stamina.
half, right? Dren, do not count your -2.
What?
You have a -2 to your save. Oh, you nat 20'd it. What was the
Yeah.
total?
The total was 22, so 20.
You're still fine then. Yeah, okay. I couldn't have screwed with you anyways. Okay, yeah, so you took the half and then, all right.
Do I get an attack of opportunity against him using his breath weapon or no?
I don't believe so. It is just an offensive ability, so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
It is not going to move, however. It's quite content where it is because next round it is either going to completely obliterate the monkey or the Lashunta with its full multi-attack.
I was going to
Giving you
say.
some reason as to why I'm not
I
avoiding
was looking at that.
Bolita that I cannot see. Seeker, though, you get a chance to steal the show.
Yeah, so the breath kind of smashes into the wall kind of next to him. He feels the vibrations and he's like, oh, oh, oh.
Like what?
Nope, not doing it again.
Wait, I didn't hear that. One more time?
Nah. You can go rewatch it on YouTube or listen to the audio once it comes out in like 5
6
months. Yeah, shooting didn't really work so well that time, so he's gonna stick to his magic again and throw another piddly few magic missiles.
Well, this is the first set of
Dragon's
magic
Way.
missiles we're officially throwing. We
Oh
reviewed
yeah,
it
that's true.
time.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
What's your damage?
9.
All right.
Not terrible.
The magic impacts into it and it ignores you. It has basically marked you off with you being so far away. It's got its prey well in front of it, and it is quite happy to take advantage of it, except it's Shirket's turn.
All right. Shirket pops out of the ground, runs up the backside of the dragon using its gravity boost, where it actually has the ability to use the magic spider climb. So basically,
Gross.
yeah, it just runs up the
I
side.
hate bugs.
I'm pretty sure it just kind of like
After the dragon has expelled its breath weapon, still has its mouth open, Shirket pulls out the immovable rod, jams it down the throat of the dragon, and activates it. What do you want me to roll?
So you're trying to get in its mouth?
Yeah, just trying to jam it right in there.
What?
So the immovable rod just don't move.
What's that?
The removal rod just doesn't move. It doesn't
Once I
become super
activate.
heavy or anything.
Once I
So
activate. So I'm
how are
jamming
you trying to
it down.
like? Are you trying to wedge it in some way?
So it's after
Steven says phrasing.
after the breath attack.
Yeah. It's a mouth open. You're shoving it in. Like,
jam it right down the throat and activate it.
all right, make it a physical attack, basically. Same way we need to hit anything else. If you hit, I'll give it a reflex chance to snap its jaws shut.
24.
It's got a -2.
You don't.
It's got
that
a
actually.
-2.
And Shirket does not have a -2.
And I do not have the -2.
Its KAC, as I said before, is 26.
But it has a
You
-2.
hit. Yeah. I'm saying you
Oh.
hit because of the -2.
Oh, okay. I miss.
So I'm going to give it a reflex save. Let's see. It needs to snap its mouth shut to basically avoid eating this thing. You know what? Let's do opposed reflex saves. If it beats you, it's going to bite your hand. And if you beat it, you jam that shit down there, and it's not good.
Oh no, one of Shirket's 80 hands.
Wait, what is your reflex save? I'm not trying to make this.
My reflex save is garbage. I get a +2.
Never mind. That wouldn't be fair. It gets a static +13.
Do you want me to do like an athletics check?
Let's do that.
All right.
I'll make it making a reflex, and I'll make you doing an athletics check, and that should be a little
my athletics check is actually a little more because I took that serum right at the beginning.
You do have to beat a 22.
All right. It's going to be this plus 14. 14 plus 14 is 28.
All right. You using your stubby little insect arms as your spider climbing up its back, cram this immovable rod in its gullet to the point where it's past its tongue. It is in its throat. And as it's like, it tries to snap down in your hand, you're able to withdraw it well enough. What?
No, just continue.
And Sheerkat, where do you land? Because you can't be in the same space as this thing because that's going to be too confusing.
I'm
assuming somewhere in front of it, right?
I'm going to go like right behind Dren. Just kind of throw myself off to it.
You don't land next to Rye?
You pole vault off of it? I like that.
Yeah, just right off the side of it, do a little front flip and land.
All right, you activate this immovable rod.
Like superhero style land.
The immovable rod has no
looks.
effect other than the dragon is gagging on it. It's able to breathe around it. It has a massive throat, but actually maneuvering around it seems to be causing it issues. It's pulling at it and unable to move at this moment. Dren, you've got the last round before we wrap up combat for the night.
I know exactly what I'm going to do. So while this dragon is choking on this rod, I'm going to do a full round attack. So that's 2 attacks.
-4?
-3 because of the Solarian benefit there. And
it's already minus its stuff. In fact, it's no longer getting a dex bonus to its AC.
My intent here is I'm slashing up at its throat with my tail.
It's losing. It's got a 0 dex bonus. Okay. Sure. So you're slashing twice with your tail. Make me 2 rolls. What do you get?
I got a 27.
Okay.
And then I got a quick math. Not gonna hit.
Okay. And you roll against KAC with that weapon?
Yes.
The first attack definitely hits though.
Okay. That is gonna be another one of these 2 dudes. That is 21 damage.
Oh, woof. All right, -21. It is still standing, but you've managed to slice up deep gouges into like the underneath its neck and by like kind of where its jaw meets the neck, and you see layers of flesh open up underneath your energy weapon.
And then, that was full round, so that is the end of my turn.
All right.
You can still surrender.
It snorts out electricity at the mere suggestion, rage embodying this thing even more. Some small things I'll say as terms of like what you guys have done. It's now stuck in the spot right now. It's going to make some strength checks. I'm going to give it as a move action. I'm going to have to look up how many pounds it actually. It's a lot, but it's not an impossible amount. I don't think. It can hold up to like 800 or 400 pounds or something like that. I'll have to double check. If it can make a strength check, which I'll have to do some research on what that would be, it'll be able to free itself. But for now, what I'm going to say is until it frees itself, it's immobile and it loses its bite attack, which is probably its best attack. Also, its breath attack is going to be severely hindered. So I'm going to say that's probably removed as well, although I don't expect this thing to survive for 4 more rounds anyways. So yeah, you guys have definitely neutered this thing. The fight's not quite over yet, so if it has any surprises, you might be in store for some. But other than that, pretty ingenious use of a movable rod.
I thought of it immediately when we were told that we're fighting a dragon.
Gross.
Right, Nick? Right, Nick?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised your first thought was to shove a rod down its throat. So there's that.
I mean, it's
waiting.
instinctual.
For now, though, that's going to do it for us tonight. They are still mid-combat with the dragon, but I don't want to extend any longer. I want to get to the after party, chat about some stuff, and we'll pick this up with the resolution of the dragon fight next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. EST. Same nerd place, same nerd channel.
So when we come back next week, Ryan needs to know the dragon wants to kill him the most.
Okay,
He's sitting right next to it.
We'll go with that, and I think he's going to be panicked. I like it. He's not going to watch this episode either.
Of course not.
Actually, probably will.
I think I did a pretty okay job.
Yeah, you did phenomenal.
Let's pat yourselves on the back in the after party. We're not there yet. For now, we've been Never Split the Party. This has been our Starfinder campaign, Mostly Harmful. We will catch you guys next week. And until then, remember, never split the party.
Yeah, Patrick.
And that one actually makes sense this time.
And we're going to go to the after party.